A super stacked UFC 259 card goes down this Saturday with 3 UFC titles on the line as Peter Yan fights Aljamain Sterling. In the co-main event, Amanda Nunes fights Megan Anderson, and the card is headlined by the much-awaited super fight between light heavyweight champion Jan Blachowicz and middleweight champion Israel Adesanya. And you can watch it go down live by ordering UFC 259 pay-per-view, which will be exclusively available on ESPN Plus. And when you order UFC 259 pay-per-view on ESPN Plus, you get a chance to get 1 full year of ESPN Plus subscription for just $20. So do not wait. Sign up for ESPN Plus by clicking the link in the description and order UFC 259 pay-per-view today.
Speaking of Jan, comparing him to some of the other guys who fought in the UFC thus far, the Whitakers of the world, the Costas of the world, Anderson Silva, Gaslam, etc., where would you, not talking about the size, I'm just talking about the skill here, where would you put him in the ranking in terms of the guys that you have fought? How do you rate him?
You might have to ask me that after I fight him, and I can tell you an honest answer. But from what I've seen, from what he presents, he's definitely a lot more well-rounded than some of the guys I've fought in the past. And yeah, I consider him a great threat. In comparison to those guys, though, you have to ask me after the fight. But I take him very seriously, very seriously.
Two great fighters meet together, two great champions, and it's gonna be just great fight. We're gonna see firework inside octagon. He's great fighter, 20-0 after our fight. We're gonna have 20-1. But anyway, it's great fighter, with great skills. So pleasure for me that I can fight against someone like Israel, and that's it. I'm 38 years old, so I don't, now it's time for the big fight in my life, because it's I'm almost finished, so now or never.
I'm very interested in that fight. I'm a huge fan of Stylebender's striking. It was the way he's able to switch stances up and the angles he's able to collect. I think he's gonna give a lot of trouble to Jan. But man, it's tough. Jan's just so big, right? He's such a power hitter. But I'm going with Stylebender, man. I really am. I'm just such a fan. Maybe so. I might be a little biased there. I've trained with him watched him train out in Colorado when I was out there. Yeah, I think he's just gonna be able to keep that distance. I feel like he's just as long. I don't know what his reach is. I'd imagine the reach is probably very similar. I think he's gonna be able to keep that distance and stay a lot faster than him. Yeah. Jan is a power hitter, but all his power hitters are usually pretty slow and flat-footed. And I think that his footwork and angles are gonna be able to pick him apart. He's not gonna be able to grab a hold of him, and Stylebender is gonna win that fight and be a double champ.
He goes through Casey Kenney and beats him in the way that we've seen Dom beat up-and-coming guys before. Then you go, okay, Dom's still who he is. But if he goes and he struggles, or if by chance he loses to Casey Kenney, you start to question what is next for Dominick Cruz. Dominick Cruz is smart. He's a great commentator. He's got a great mind for fighting. So there are a ton of opportunities out there. But this is one of those spots that you watch a man go into and you know that he's at a crossroads. And I know people will say, Dominick Cruz, he's like 36, maybe 37 years old. Mm-hmm. But man, there's a little bit of a difference in 37 and being a champion for 10 years like he was prior to just kind of fighting. This guy has motivation at a level that a lot of people don't have or aspire, or dreams that he aspires to reach that a lot of people never could even imagine. So him losing a fight like this weekend won't sit well with Dami. He will do some soul searching if it doesn't work out his way, but I have confidence in Cruz.
Styles make fights. I don't know. No two fights are the same. It's about who shows up, man. So I think he's been tested. I don't think he's necessarily had guys attacking him constantly like a Khabib style type of pressure, looking to get him to the ground. And that changes the tempo of the fight. He can try to stop the takedown with punches as much as he wants. I just need one takedown. I can shoot 100 times. He can stop it 100 times. I get one takedown, that 101 takedown attempt, I get him down on his back. It's going to be a long night for that guy. That's what I honestly, truly do believe. He's good on the ground. I know he can hurt me. I know the threats are, but at the end of the day, he has to connect. I just need to get my hands locked, and it'll be a bad night for him.
Mikey!
Ladies and gentlemen, come on! All right, we're here at the Ruka Training Center. Come on, Luke, give me a shout out. Come on, buddy. Lucy, get him. Get him. Thanks, buddy. We've got Mackenzie Durham working out with Perillo over here. Missed this place, good to be back. So we got Luke Rockhold's dog here. Come here, come here. He likes me more than Luke. I got his doggy here. He's coming home with me.
To ask you about something Paulo Costa, who you last fought, said very recently in an interview. I don't know if you've seen this. I assume you did see it. He said that he couldn't fall asleep the night before the fight, drank a bottle of wine, and he was either drunk or hungover when you guys fought in Abu Dhabi.
Para tentar dormir, porque precisava dormir. Estava mais de 24 horas acordado. Eu tomei vinho, muito vinho, uma garrafa. Pra tentar apagar, porque eu tomei um copo, não adiantou, 2 copos não adiantou, meia garrafa não adiantou, falei, vou virar, bebi.
What did you make of this? I mean, as far as post-fight excuses go, this might be an all-timer.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, an advice I would give someone like Paulo in this situation is just humble yourself, accept the fact that the skinny claw whooped your ass. Yeah, just accept that. And go back to the drawing board and reassess your whole game plan, reassess your team as well. One thing I tell him, reassess your whole team and see if they're right for you. Yeah, rather than just making excuses. It's his ego. His ego won't let him accept the fact that I whooped that ass twice. So yeah, just accept that and you'll be a lot better off. But if you keep making these excuses, it will never let him get further in his career, and he'll just constantly be, you know, that crazy ex like that keeps like trying to clout trot off you. Yeah, he'll be that guy. You don't want to be that. Come on.
Could you tell? I mean, like, did you notice that he was maybe under the influence, or did he smell like? I mean, did you have any clue, or is this the first you're coming across this?
You're a troll.
I'm just. I mean, if he's being honest, I'd love to know from the guy who was in there with him.
He didn't seem drunk at all. He didn't. The only time he seemed drunk was when I cracked him and he did that wobbly wob. But nah, he didn't seem under the influence. I should make up an excuse as well. What is it? Yeah, oh yeah, there's race cars driving that whole night, like at the W. I couldn't sleep. So it was really hard for me to sleep that night because the NASCARs were just the whole time. So I couldn't sleep either. So we're on the evil playing field now.
Okay. By the way, why do you say assess your team?
I mean, he's not. What's the guy's name? The guy with the glasses.
Eric Albarracin, Captain Eric.
Okay, yeah, him. And there was a point as well when I dropped him, and you can hear screaming in the corner, like panic. And I love watching the clip. If you watch the clip again, when I dropped him, you can hear the screams in the corner from the corners, panic shrieks. Yeah, so this team is just, they're too emotional, just like him. He's a little bit too emotional. He just needs to reassess his whole team.
Come on, Luke. Give me a shout out. Come on, buddy. Lucy, get him. Get him. Thanks, buddy.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep. Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
You can kiss my ass.